title is History of Japanese, the Trajectory Japanese Rugby. In the Rugby World Cup held last year, the Japanese national team had 2 wins and 2 losses. And in the tournament before that, they had 5 wins and 1 lose, with increasing the final tournament. And in the tournament before that, they had a historic victory against South Africa. They had 3 wins and 1 lose. However, until then, the Japanese national team was not one of the strongest teams in the world. Since the first Rugby World Cup in 1987, the team's record has been 1 win, 21 losses, and 2 draws. In 6 tournaments over 24 years, a winning percentage of 4.1%. So I wondered why the Japanese national team has been able to win since the 2015 Rugby World Cup. Since I was a member of rugby team in high school, I would like to analyze the last 4 games played by Japanese national team based on 3 points: success of set piece, success of kick, and number of penalties. First, number of penalties. There are 2 types of penalty: minor and serious. If minor penalty is committed, the game will be restarted with a scrum, a contest between the forward for the ball. If a serious penalty is committed, there are 3 options: a scrum or line out. Line out is ball is thrown in front outside the court to restart the game, with a scramble for the ball. Or penalty goal. Penalty goal is the team tries to score by kicking the ball. If they take a penalty, they basically end up with the opponent's ball. Next, success rate of set piece. Scrums and line out are collectively called a set piece. Finally, success rate of kick. There are 2 types of kicks: conversion kick, which are performance after a try. If they score, they get 2 points. Also, if they score the penalty goal, they will get 3 points. I watched and analyzed all the game, focusing on the 3 points mentioned above. Now, let's move on to the analysis result. First, in the 2011 tournament, there were 3 losses and 1 draw. There were some matches where there were no match videos available online. Through the analysis result, the reason for Japanese defeat is thought to be that they were underperforming their opponent in each category. Also, please remember that the success rate of set piece and kick is more than 20% lower. Next, in the 2015 tournament, which gave South Africa a historic victory. They had 3 wins and 1 lose. In matches won, the player outperformed his opponent in 2 or more categories. Also, compared to the 2011 tournament, there are many items in which they are below their opponent by less than 10%. Next, in the 2019 tournament, where Japan advanced to the final tournament for the first time. They won all the games in the Qualification League, here too just like in the 2015 tournament. The players' outperformance were the same as their opponent in 2 or more categories. In addition, even if there were items that are below the percentage, they are less than 10%. In the final tournament, one of the reasons for the defeat is thought to be that the success rate of set piece was significantly lower in the match against South Africa. South Africa is the winner of this tournament. Finally, in the 2023 tournament held last year, they had 2 wins and 2 losses, and unfortunately did not advance to the final tournament for the second consecutive tournament. In this tournament, just like other tournaments, they outperformed their opponent in 2 or more categories. They have a winning percentage and they outperform their opponent. They have lost, as I watched many games from an analytical perspective rather than a spectator perspective, I noticed one thing. That is the importance of rack speed. Rack speed is how quickly the ball can be released from a crowded situation where the ball carrier, called rack, is lying on the ground. This is data from the 2019 and 2023 tournaments. The two columns on the left are matches played by Japanese national team, and the other columns on the right are matches played in the final tournament without Japanese national team's match. First, in the matches played by Japanese national team, the team with higher rack speed of 0 to 3 seconds won 7 out of 9 matches, giving probability of 67%. In contrast, in the matches played by other countries in the final tournament, there were only 2 out of 7 matches, and the probability was 29%, a difference of nearly 2.5 times. From the above, it is so that there is a relationship as shown in this figure. First, by increasing the rack speed, they can increase the tempo of their attack, allowing them to attack before their opponent has finished preparing to defend. By doing so, they can induce penalties from their opponent, gain right to scrums, line out, and penalty goal, and accumulate points. In addition, by increasing the tempo of attacks, they can match their own pace, reduce penalties, and hold on to the ball for longer periods of time. In interpersonal sports, it is physically and technically easier to play at their own pace rather than adjusting to their opponent's pace. Once again, rack speed is at the root of this relationship diagrams. Finally, considering the above, in order for Japanese national rugby team to compete and win against the world's longest teams, not only 3 categories are important, but also it is important to increase rack speed, which is at the root of that. Thank you for listening.